Previously on Ace Attorney. The accused fingerprints were found on the scroll. Damn it. What? Oh no, no. Where is it? It's not here. I must have dropped it somewhere. Indeed. You must have dropped it when you were busy murdering the victim. Yeah. Hello, YouTube. I'm Unca Crunk. Welcome back to Ace Attorney, and we are about to listen to this divination seance thing. There she is, her benevolence.
Your benevolence, grateful Padma Corain. Thank you for coming all this way once again.
Your gratitude is unnecessary. This is simply my duty. Barb-headed attorney. Yeah? I am told you question the veracity of the sacred divination seance. It would seem the depths of your irreverence and blasphemy are lost on you. I think someone might be upset about all the players who were like, we have a spirit medium right here. Why don't we just ask the victim what happened? In response to the first trilogy, of course. I'm just a foreigner, ignorant in the ways and customs of this country. I apologize in advance for anything rude I might say or do, your benevolence. All I want is a fair trial for Albie. You would imply that the trials of this country are unfair? Do explain, outsider. How verdicts founded on truths imparted by the very souls of the dead lack impartiality. Revenge for one. It's fair about trials with no defense and no chance for the accused to tell their story.
How dare you speak to her benevolence in that manner?
Did you hear that? Did you hear how he talked to her benevolence? Was it guy nobody eating ignorant outsider? We won't stand for it. He must be punished.
Yeah. Looks like I really stuck my foot in it this time.
Punish him! Punish him! Punish him! Punish him! Silence! One and all!
Is she standing up for me?
No, I have a hangover. Everyone shut up for a minute. Do not be disquieted, my people. He merely expresses his opinion.
Oh, well, looks like her benevolence is going to be more reasonable than I expected.
Attorneys are ghastly creatures with souls stained black by brazen untruths.
Or not.
The words of a lowly worm such as that are not worth troubling yourselves over.
All right, I take that back.
None of his prattling can sway the truth of my insights. Rest assured he will soon see the error of his foolish ways.
Know then your benevolence. The divination seance, if you would.
Certainly. Nine, my robe.
O Holy Mother, we hold this divination seance in your name.
Voice acting? During a trial?
Let the eyes of everyone here be clear, and our ears be unstopped. O dance of devotion, guide the victim's soul to me, so that we may receive their final memories in the pool of souls.
Was this originally for the 3DS? Because this is a lot more than I expected. Okay, I am no longer annoyed about them going away from 2D sprites. This is lovely. Incense. Song of ceremony, boy's voice. Pain. What just happened? An image appeared in the pool.
A final message from the victim's soul. The last communication of his mitama. The divination seance has revealed this to us.
Her benevolence can use her power of spirit communion to project the victim's memories of the last few moments of their demise.
So what we saw in the pool is what Mr. Roll actually experienced?
In the victim's memories, we see the accused raising a weapon up over his head. This is consistent with the findings of the police investigation. It has to be some kind of mistake. I didn't do it.
This looks bad for Albie. Really, really bad.
Now do you see why I'm the incredible pain?
You do literally nothing. More than I can express. But even if those really are the victim's last memories, what can I do with them?
There it is. There's the face of a man being utterly crushed. Oh, how long I've waited to see it. Isn't it wonderfully gratifying, Your Majesty?
Oh yes, very satisfying indeed. Now are you finally convinced, traveler? The accused is most assuredly guilty.
Am I really the only unbiased one here?
Now then, I think we've been amused enough. If you give up now, I won't even invoke the Defense Culpability Act against you. You'll be free to slink back to your own country with your tail between your legs.
Oh, what now?
What? You mean you honestly don't know?
No. What's with all the hubbub?
Well, not only is he a lying, black-hearted lawyer, he's also an imbecile. Your Majesty, I think you'd better explain the Defense Culpability Act to him.
Yes, I think I'd better. The Defense Culpability Act, or DC Act for short, is as follows. In the name of Her Eminence, those who would support criminals will be deemed just as guilty.
Oh, I think I see why there are no defense attorneys anymore. No one wants the job.
In other words, if you help the accused by defending him and he is found guilty, you will receive the same sentence as he.
What? What kind of insane law is that?
Under the DC Act, many an attorney has been convicted and met with a grim fate. Some went to prison, others received the death penalty. That's why there are so few in our country today to admit to being an attorney.
That's as it should be. The history of our courts proves that. Attorneys are black-souled creatures who will tell any lie to save the accused.
They're saving their own ass.
The Thus attorneys deserve to be exterminated! Exterminate! 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 Never felt so much hostility coming at me from so many sides. Well, since that one time at Junior Prom. Never mind. Could have happened to make everyone feel this way. You fell right into my trap, Phoenix Wright. Your win streak against me and my brother ends today. With the seance and the DCX on my side, I'll finally get my revenge. So that's why he was so eager to have me defend Albie. Chased down and humiliated back home, fate brought me to the foothills of Crane. I thank my lucky stars that I'm chief prosecutor here now.
Defense, know that if I rule that the accused is guilty, you will go to prison too.
That explains Albie's reaction earlier.
Defend me, Mr. Wright, what are you saying? You can't do that. Your Majesty, isn't a prison sentence a bit lenient? After all, we're talking about treason. One should pay for such a crime with one's life.
Yes. I believe the death penalty might be appropriate under these circumstances.
That death penalty? No way.
You're kidding, right, Your Majesty?
Do I look like I'm kidding? I'll have you put your life and your dark tainted soul on the line here.
The death? This can't be happening.
The courts of resignation. Our courts are well known as thus. In this land where my seances provide the truth and no attorneys can intervene, criminals know that all they can do is resign themselves to their fate.
Oh, foreign lawyer, I ask you once more. Are you sure you still want to defend the accused?
There's Maya to think of in all this, too. Can't just lay down my life. What in the world should I do? Phoenix Wright, you are a defense attorney. How can you even think that this is a choice? Also, the game would end if I didn't, continue the defense. Isn't this why I became a lawyer in the first place?
Oh,
To help those with no one on their side. And just abandon everything I believe in? All I can do now, stand firm and fight.
well, don't hold your tears back on my account, Phoenix Wright. Admit your defeat and grovel before me, the chief prosecutor, for your life.
Objection!
Even if it means being subject to the Defense Culpability Act. I will defend Albie.
What? But Mr. Wright! No! My cabbages!
The defendant insists he's innocent. Not even a divination seance should be accepted without an examination. Breathe, Phoenix, breathe.
But if I'm found guilty, you'll get the death penalty too. Even knowing that, you still want to defend me?
I don't know what happened in the past, but it looks like everyone in this country considers lawyers to be liars. Oh wait, is that? Oh, I just realized that rhymes. Is that why everybody here thinks lawyers are liars? Are you all just pun lords? Anyway, so I can understand if you don't believe me, but I still believe in you and your innocence. All I have to do is keep believing and find the truth. That's all there is to it.
Wow, this is really triumphant music. I don't know what to say. Ha 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 ha! Bald-headed attorney, you continue to amuse me. Though your barbed jabs are proving to be more than mere jokes.
Your benevolence. Believe me when I say that this attorney will knock your insides out.
That's enough!
Whoa, hello.
Insolent, disrespectful attorney! You have plenty of time to regret your folly in the Twilight Realm.
Not a wise move, traveler. Not wise at all. You should have taken the chance that it offered to save your life. But you have made your choice. The Defense Culpability Act will be applied in this case. And with this verdict, you'll both soon be parting with your heads.
The souls of the departed speak only the truth, and I but give their messages a voice. If you think my insights contain falsehood, I challenge you to prove it.
All right.
Insight.
Rafa's insight.
The accused swung whatever he was holding down on the victim's head. With the pain, the victim's vision went dark. This is when he lost his life. Still, I can't believe it. A murder after the morning dance of devotion? These are the victim's experiences just before his death.
As the victim's final memories, we can assume they aren't lies. So how do I break this down?
Allow me to relieve you of your ignorance, defense. Did you notice the words that appeared in the seance vision?
Come to think of it, I did see words like Song of Ceremony and incense. And pain.
The victim's final memories are not limited to sight alone. Sight, smell, taste, sound, touch, all is laid bare in the pool of souls.
So what Mr. Roll experienced with his five senses appears in the vision as words, right?
Precisely. And by examining these sensations, we can perceive the victim's final moments with unparalleled clarity.
Another entirely new mechanic, apparently. Now, works for me. I can use all the extra information I can get. Now, to find a contradiction between her insights and the seance vision. Your benevolence, I ask that you please show me the seance vision again.
Very well.
Okay. Incense from the bag. Okay, that makes sense. Song of ceremony going on outside. Boy's voice. He's clearly talking. He shouted something. Pain! Okay. Wait a minute. Benevolence said after the morning dance of devotion earlier, didn't she?
Oh, okay.
Isn't there something off about that?
Hey, Dee.
What? First, I'll to make my way to the insight that seems off. Well, I'm trying to. Okay, I can only go forward, but I can't go back. All right. Yes, this is the insight that sounded funny. I'll just carefully compare this insight with the seance vision. If I notice a sensation that seems contradictory, I'll select it. Okay. Okay, this is it. This is part of the vision that contradicts the insight. I'm just selecting a sensation I think is inconsistent and present it.
Objection!
Wait just a moment.
Yes? What is it, Bobhead?
You're saying the incident occurred after the morning deaths of devotion, right?
That's right. What's of it?
And isn't it strange that Mr. Roll could still hear the Song of Ceremony?
Oh my! You're absolutely right!
Is that all that troubles you?
Huh?
What the victim heard was just a practice run of the Song of Ceremony.
Practice run? What are you talking about?
Mr. Payne, if you would. Certainly. Allow me to explain. The incident occurred in the interval between the morning and afternoon dances. During that time, the singers were practicing in the performance hall. Precisely. I was there as well, so I can corroborate this statement.
I see. So what the victim heard was that practice session.
Ah, there goes my contradiction. Okay, so they were practicing in this performance hall. That must be the room where Albie and I saw her benevolence dancing.
However, Mr. Payne, I admit one detail troubles me.
Ask away, Your Majesty.
It's a big temple. The performance hall and treasure room are quite far from each other. Could the song really be heard all the way in the treasure room?
That's right. It is a very big temple. Oh, how about it, Mr. Payne? Well, of course he's going to say it can be heard. He's the prosecution.
Your Majesty, have you forgotten? There are speakers in every room of Temple, including the treasure room.
Oh, that's right.
Speakers? For what purpose? Especially the treasure room.
Are you serious, Mr. Wright? They're to broadcast the sacred music of the performance hall throughout the temple. That's why the victim could hear the Song of Ceremony in the seance vision.
You even broadcast your practices.
It was the practice run going on in the performance hall, heard over the speakers.
Thank you for your explanation, Your Benevolence. That makes perfect sense even to a feeble-minded old man like me.
Think nothing of it.
Now, if you wouldn't mind, could you please alter your insights for us?
Very well.
Insight revised. The accused. Oh, wait. Okay, right. Song of Ceremony the victim heard was of a practice run through the temple speakers. I think I'm getting the hang of this. If I point out an inconsistency, she'll update her insights accordingly. So, if I keep pointing things out, maybe I can knock all of her insights out after all. Or to find another inconsistency, no matter how small. Felt pain before he swung whatever he was holding. It's a bit hard to focus on the insights with the seance vision going. Try using pause to temporarily stop the vision. There, I paused the vision. Okay. I think I can use B and X to jump to different parts of the vision. In X. X. I'll try moving the Matama mark to the flashing red panel there. What? Move the Matama mark? Oh. Okay. Okay, now that I know how to get around in Seance visions, it's time to find inconsistencies between the insights and the vision. Okay. Waiting for pain. Voice, pain. All right. With the pain, the victim's vision went dark. This is when he lost his life. Well, oop, nope, wrong button. I did it again. Okay.
Objection!
Is this how I do it? No, apparently not. Trying to figure out how to point out that the pain came before the swing. There's an inconsistency between this insight and the victim's memories. An inconsistency, you say? And where exactly do you see this supposed inconsistency?
Yes, defense, please be specific.
Well, I don't know how specific I can be exactly, but I just get the vague feeling that something doesn't quite add up, you know?
No, I don't know, but I do know you're skating on thin ice, defense. By your leave, your benevolence.
Do it.
Penalty!
Ah! Here I thought I was skating so gracefully on that ice, too. Feeling pretty confident I got the right sensation. Guess I'd better take another look at which insight to present. All right, okay. So, I was right about that. So, okay, yeah, let's get through this bit. Oh, okay. Now... Wait, really? Well, clearly not. I don't know. Try that. You're saying the victim's field of vision went dark right after he was struck, correct? Oh, all right. That's how I prove that. Of course, as anyone with eyes can see. Well, pardon me, but I must disagree. What? Your benevolence, please take another look at the exact moment the victim felt pain. Hmm? Oh. Everything goes black, and then only after that, the victim feels pain. Inconceivable! This places the order of events at odds with what you say happened. My word!
Pokunka! Your benevolence, what is the meaning of this?
I cannot be wrong. My insights are beyond fallacy.
If what the defense says is true, this is a very grave matter indeed. Please forgive me, your benevolence, but I'm afraid this contradiction is something we simply can't ignore.
Objection!
Now, let's not be too hasty, Your Majesty. I think I can clear this up.
You have something to add, Mr. Payne?
1,000 apologies. It seems the prosecution has failed to make one tiny thing clear.
And that would be...
On the day of the incident, there was a power outage, a blackout in one part of the temple. And as I recall, the crime scene was in that sector. The power outage must be why the victim's field of vision went dark. I apologize for neglecting to tell the court this detail. I'm afraid it slipped my mind.
Or rather, you knew all along and are only letting it slip now. That is convenient, Payne.
The power outage knocked out both the lights and the speakers. Oh, there was a blackout there, was there? Well, now, that explains everything, does it not?
What do you mean, your benevolence? Please share your thoughts with us if you would.
The blackout occurred when the accused and the victim were faced with one another. Fearing the victim would flee under the cover of darkness, the accused swiftly brought his weapon down upon the victim's head.
I see. That makes perfect sense, your benevolence.
So the victim was struck after the lights went out. The depth of your insight is awe-inspiring, your benevolence. Give her a hand, everyone. Well done, long way. May you live and prosper.
Hey, I want to live long and prosper too.
Enough applause. You flatter me.
No, your benevolence, in light of this new information.
Yes, of course. I will alter my insight.
Okay, one can safely assume the accused struck the victim the moment after the blackout began. So much for my inconsistency. At least I was able to draw out some new info. And with new info comes a chance to find new inconsistencies. Now to compare the insights with the vision again and see what else I can dig up. The song was still going during the power outage. All right. Let's see. Blackout? Do I do it during the blackout? Or Song of Ceremony. All right. Yeah, well, okay. It's dark. So we can assume that the blackout has started now. So press Y, select Song of Ceremony.
Objection!
Yes, I finally found it. This is the gaping hole I've been looking for. Your benevolence, as impressive as your spirit communion power is, it's not infallible.
You never know when to stop talking, do you?
Nope, never learned.
I hope you realize your words are an insult to all adherents of Koreanism.
Defense, watch what you say. If you don't mind that tongue of yours, you won't have one left to mind.
It's certainly not my intention to insult spirit mediums. But maybe I'm not the one who needs to learn when to stop talking.
What malarkey?
I believe you said a few moments ago that the victim could hear the Song of Ceremony thanks to the temple's speakers. But then how do you explain how the victim could still hear the Song of Ceremony even after the power went out? Oh. This contradiction of facts can only mean that the Song of Ceremony Mr. Roll heard was not coming from the speakers.
The what? It's impossible.
Well, what are you saying? That the song you heard was coming directly from the performance hall?
That's exactly what I'm saying. It's the only possible explanation.
But the scene of the crime was nowhere near the performance hall.
Right. The song couldn't make it all the way to the treasure room. Not unless...
Do you mean to say?
Yes, the treasure room was not the actual scene of the crime. It must have been somewhere else, somewhere closer to the performance hall.
What?
You can't be serious.
There is a glaring contradiction in the claims of her benevolence and the prosecution. Therefore, the defense insists that this case must be thoroughly re-examined.
The what? No.
This is completely unprecedented. An inconsistency in her benevolence's insights, unbelievable.
He not his forked tongue, Your Majesty. These are but the claims of a corrupt lawyer, a feeble ruse from a feeble mind.
But the contradiction revealed by the defense is undeniable. We can't just turn a blind eye to it.
But the defense's assertion is in the end meaningless. Even if the location of the murder turned out to be different, that it doesn't change what we've seen of the moment of the murder. Indeed, the accused is standing right there in front of the victim. Furthermore, the murder weapon remains raised above his head. My insights still stand.
I hate to admit it, but she's right.
No, she's not. We can't see what he's holding.
Seance vision still makes the situation look really grim for Albie. Well, I mean, yeah, that's true.
I doubt even the defense can dream up an explanation as to why the accused had his hands up over his head.
Maybe someone was pointing a gun at him. Well, this defense dares to dream or make it out of this nightmare alive.
You what? You still insist on trying to tear down my insights, do you? You'd better be prepared to back up your claim. Remember what will happen to that tongue of yours if we find you are just wagging it.
Of course I can back up my claim, just as soon as I think of something.
You appear to be fully prepared, defense. As the embodiment of this court, I give you permission to try and prove your claim. As long as you're willing to stake your life on it.
I concur, Your Majesty. Prepare the tongue shears. Chop, chop.
Chop, chop.
Yes, let's have the bailiff fetch them. I think I saw a suitable pair in the basement. Chop, chop.
Stop, stop. I hear that lying lawyers have several tongues to spare. I'm sure you won't miss one. Ah, these people are actually serious.
Rather attached to my tongue.
Thanks, Phoenix, think.
Other than to raise a weapon, why would Albie have held his hands up like that? Okay, make it obvious, sure. This is the tutorial after all.
So that's why.
The reason the defendant had his hands up over his head can be explained by something in the crime photo. Crap, I don't see a gun. Oh, it's still holstered. What explains why Albie had his hands raised above his head? Well, somebody else had a gun. Maybe.
Take that!
As in the seance vision, I witnessed the defendant raise both of his hands over his head yesterday.
You did? Where did you see such a thing?
When the police had their guns trained on him as they made their arrest.
Oh, are you saying?
The victim was a security guard and an armed one at that. The defense proposes that the victim had pointed his firearm at Albie. And that's why the defendant's hands were raised in the air.
Bokunka!
Boom.
Who would have thought the seance vision could be interpreted that way? This is not possible. It can't be.
And not bad for a total knockout.
How dare that lawyer devil go against the benevolence? He's no better than that traitor Snake Turkey.
Traitor Snake? Turkey? Who's that?
No, I can't believe it. A contradiction in one of my insights? There has to be some kind of mistake. I won't accept it. That's right, your benevolence, and I won't accept it either. It goes against all we hold sacred. Throw him in jail immediately for limitless majesty.
What? They say majesty? Lace, I don't get it. What?
Yeah, you said it. Throw him in jail. Yes, make a pay for the way he disrespected our benevolence.
Ah, these people are definitely not my fans right now.
That's right, exterminate him.
Exterminate, annihilate.
Peace, give me peace. I said peace. Now everyone please calm down.
Is he?
Your Majesty, please assign this black-carded attorney a suitable punishment.
No, I can't charge him with lèse-majesty.
What? What? Why not, Your Majesty?
He was simply following the proper procedure for defending the accused. There's nothing unlawful about that.
But Your Majesty, don't you want to wrap this trial up quickly? Well, then why not just give it to your verdict? Then you can go home and make it up to your wife.
We can't end the trial now. Not when we just learned new information about the case.
What? Your Majesty, not you too. You would honestly entertain the idea that my insight contains a contradiction.
Truly, it is shocking. In the 20-plus years since the DC Act went into effect, such a thing has never occurred. To be honest, I didn't want to believe it either. But with his life on the line, the defense pointed out an inconsistency. And it is our duty to scrutinize it to the satisfaction of the law.
You dare go against the royal priestess, you non-believer!
No, my faith is as strong as ever. But I have a duty to make a fair ruling in this trial. If you insist on interfering with that process, your benevolence, I'm afraid I must request your removal from this courtroom, royal priestess or not.
Damn! What? I'll have you know...
Your benevolence. Please acquiesce in this, your benevolence.
My mother will hear of this, you beardy, bald, beardo, buffoon!
If looks could kill.
I won't forget this offense, Bobhead. I do not admit defeat. I won't.
Bailiff, please see your benevolence out.
Your Matama will face due retribution in the Twilight Realm. The demons there they'll pluck the barbs right off your stupid head. I hope your suffering will be super duper painful. And I hope they throw you into a lake of burning fire. Yeah, and then I hope they cut off all your hair and cut your tie off and shove it up your... Let go of me, you gun-toting imbecile.
Whew. I guess she's still just a teenager after all.
Now then, defense. Mr. Wright, was it?
That's right, Your Majesty. Phoenix Wright.
Oh, of course. Mr. Wright, my apologies. Well, now that we have this newly uncovered fact, I suggest we proceed with arguments.
Thank you, Your Majesty.
Yes, yes. But do not misunderstand me. This doesn't mean I trust you completely. I'll be keeping a close eye on you, so don't even think about lying to this court.
I understand, Your Majesty. Maybe now we can finally run a real trial.
Arguments, Your Majesty? Very well, I accept your challenge.
Huh? What's with him?
Oh, the look on your face, Mr. Wright. It's just too hilarious.
What's so funny, Mr. Payne?
The defense still doesn't get it. The truth he unearthed is going to bury him in his case instead.
What do you mean by that, prosecutor?
I told you, it's Chief Prosecutor.
Yes, because that's the thing to focus on right now.
The defense is digging its own grave. Consider this, Your Majesty. Why would the victim, a security guard, point a gun at the accused?
Oh,
Oh, indeed, because the accused was about to commit a theft. It's the only logical explanation.
what?
That does sound pretty logical, actually.
It doesn't help the accused situation at all. If anything, it makes him look even more guilty.
Yes, I have to agree.
Allow me to spell out this truth the defense didn't bother to think through. Mr. Roll came across the accused just as he was trying to steal the treasure. The guard pointed his gun at the accused, and just when the power went out, the accused murdered the victim and hid the body in the treasure room.
Ah,
A hand truck for moving heavy treasure around is stored in the treasure room. The accused could have easily moved the body with that.
And after all that hard work to knock down those insights, backed into the old familiar corner once more.
Mr. Wright, do you have a rebuttal?
I'm drawing a total blank here.
I hope you're ready to climb the scaffold.
I asked you a question, defense.
I got nothing. Can't think of any grounds for an objection. The only thing to do at this point is ask the defendant himself what happened. I don't know if Albie would cooperate with me or not. Albie, will you tell us what really happened?
You don't have to say anything, accused. Fall for his evil trap and you'll only dirty your own soul.
Albie, you have to tell me the truth. I can't help you unless you do.
Mr. Wright, I'm so sorry.
Why? Why won't he trust me? Is this it? Is this the end for both of us? Maya, I'm sorry.
I never met a real lawyer before. Everybody always told me they're bad people who help dirty criminals go free. I never thought a lawyer would actually try to help me, would actually believe in me, would risk his own life for me. I never would have imagined it.
Albie.
So that's why I lied, to try and save myself. But I'm not going to lie anymore. If you believe in me enough to put your life on the line, then I'm going to believe in you too. Allow me. Allow me to explain.
Now we're talking. Time to finally get to the bottom of things.
To be honest, I went into the treasure room lots of times to look at the treasure box.
But even though the trouble told you you weren't allowed to go anywhere near it?
Yes. I'm sorry. Mr. Rowley was told me he wants to scold me. But that box is so beautiful, the way it glows in the dark. I couldn't help myself.
Wait, it glows in the dark?
That's right. It's covered in this special mineral called fluorite that makes it glow. It's absolutely breathtaking. It's really a shame that they don't put it on display for the public. Can you imagine how many people would go on night tours of the temple if they did?
If only he applied such passion to telling me that truth earlier. Okay, glows in the dark. Well, that takes care of at least one inconsistency.
On the day of the incident, I was on my way to the treasure room again, when I ran into Mr. Roll on the great stairs.
So those were not the treasure room stairs in the Seance vision.
No, they were the great stairs that connect to the hallway.
That makes sense. The vision wasn't clear enough to show us what was at the top of the stairs. Temple diagram. Oh, okay.
All of a sudden, Mr. Roll drew his gun and threatened me with it. I quickly put my hands up. Mr. Roll, he acted so scary. For some reason, he had his scarf over his mouth. I couldn't read his expression at all. Just then, the power went out. So I took that chance to hightail it out of there. I ran for my life, even now when I tried to think back on it. All I can remember are the gun and the piercing look in Mr. Roll's eyes. That must have been when I dropped the notice scroll.
Which means someone else brought it to the treasure room along with Mr. Roll's body. Did Mr. Roll say anything to you when you ran into him on the stairs?
Nah.
What is it, Albie?
I have no idea why, but he asked me a strange question. Did you steal it? He said.
What?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry I didn't say all this before. I didn't think anybody would believe me. A grand speech. One that confirmed my suspicions that you were the thing.
Objection!
It's possible the victim simply misread the situation.
Objection!
Where there's smoke, there's fire, as they say. The victim must have had good reason to be suspicious of the accused.
Why does every new piece of information have to seem so incriminating?
Shadow, what do I do, Shadow? And what better reason to suspect the boy than seeing the treasure box in his hands?
Who is Shadow?
In the course of its rounds, the victim must have noticed that the treasure box had been stolen. And then just after that, he ran into the accused. I'll be your guide. No, that's not what happened. Therefore, the one who stole the treasure and killed the victim can be none other than the accused. Puppy!
What now?
Oh, he's adorable! The Shadow Down Boy!
Well, what do we have here?
I'm sorry about this. This is my dog, Shadow.
Oh, that's Shadow.
Oh,
You nearly gave me a heart attack.
So that's what was making his bag move.
did you quiet that yappy mutt down? Shadow says that Mr. Roll made a mistake.
You can understand him.
Don't tell me this is a surprise witness for the defense.
I beg your pardon. You're not thinking of cross-examining an animal, are you?
Of course not, Your Majesty. I would never do anything like that.
Well, I'm glad to hear that. I thought I'd have to reassess my assessment of your sanity for a second there.
I think I'd better reassess my strategy, and fast. I have to somehow show that somebody else could have struck the victim or was sunk. I mean, well, the murder weapon could have been used as a light source. While it's true that the defendant was standing in front of the victim when he died, it doesn't mean somebody else couldn't have struck the victim at that time.
If you're going to go that far, then I hope this means you have another angle of approach ready.
Exactly. I mean, who but the accused? Standing front and center could have done it.
Behind and below.
Unless you can back up your claim, it's nothing more than conjecture.
Okay, come on, Phoenix. I know I can think up something convincing. Immediately going for the bluff. Where else could the victim have struck from? Well, literally behind and below. Okay, maybe not below. Oh my God. Hang on. There.
Take that!
With the defendant standing in front of the victim, isn't it possible that the victim could have been struck from behind?
From behind, you say? I see. Don't really understand it myself. Yes, I suppose it's not outside the realm of possibility.
Good. Now at least I have some breathing room.
But who do you suppose it could have been?
Well, the true culprit, naturally. The one who actually committed the theft and murder.
The true culprit? And I suppose you have a true timeline of events to go along with that?
I should have known I'd have to explain everything. Yeah. All right, if we assume the true culprit struck the victim from behind, then that means... After going to the treasure room and stealing the treasure, the true culprit tried to escape. But then Mr. Roll appeared, making his rounds. I imagine the culprit then quickly hid in the storeroom at the other end of the hallway.
You're grasping at straws, Mr. Wright. Admit it, you have nothing but baseless conjecture.
I'm going to look for something to base it on right now. Albie, when you ran into Mr. Roll in the hallway, was there anyone around the storeroom area?
I don't know. There might have been somebody there, but I couldn't see. I was only halfway down the stairs, so I couldn't see the end of that hallway.
I see. Swing and a miss.
Oh, Shadow says that someone was there.
I see. Thank you for that. Too bad his testimony is inadmissible. You think this is a joke? Maybe the defendant didn't happen to see this other person. But that doesn't mean the true culprit couldn't have been there in the hallway.
Objection!
Your desperate floundering is getting hard to watch. But I will enjoy watching you sink.
What are you talking about?
Unfortunately for you, only the accused and the victim were there in that hallway at the time of the incident.
How can you continue to make that assertion?
Because there was a witness. A very reliable eyewitness.
What? Why are you bringing this up only now? I could have accused him an hour ago.
Your Majesty, the prosecution would like to call his witness to the stand.
Calling an eyewitness to the stand, hmm? It's been decades since that happened.
And unlike the defense's witness, you can rest assured that there are no pets involved.
That was a low blow. Just because a man doesn't have any pets doesn't mean he's a murderer.
Very well, I'll allow it. And now for something completely different. I mean, and now for something we've not heard in quite some time. Bring the witness to the stand!
I knew it. The eyewitness in these tutorials are always the murderer.
Witness, please state your name and occupation.
Peaslubin. Oh! Oh my god, these names.
Peaslubin understands the name. I'm like Tipple's head monk to Kenny Dig. Oh, if it is an instructor understanding, you're the eyewitness.
Instructor?
Not only is Mr. Understanding Temple's head monk, but he's also a renowned Domelin expert.
Sorry to have to ask, but what's a Domelin? Oh, that's lovely.
Check it. Here she is, my sweet serenader, my one and only, Phoenix Wright. But you heard our sultry sounds once before, brother. Wind Dragon and Tiger. Battle.
That's a song from the Dance of Devotion.
Right on, brother. The Song of Ceremony.
All right, when I saw this guy in the opening scene and just gave him Wolfman Jack's voice, I had no idea that it would actually fit his character.
Right on, brother. The Song of Ceremony. Playing this tune together is a precious gig for me and my girl here, you dig?
Song of Ceremony. Song that was playing at the time of the murder. Okay, not that I'm claiming to be able to do a good impression of Wolfman Jack. I just, that's who pops into my head when I tried to do that voice.
Oh, Holy Mother. May the righteous sounds of my Domelin serve as my offering to you.
Yay!
Wonderful. A great performance as always. This my thing, my bag. I make instruments speak, baby.
I don't want to interrupt that. Okay, it loops.
By the by, Majesty Pops. No Domelin class today?
Oh, that's the class he missed.
No, I'm afraid this trial is going into overtime. Thanks to the lawyer over there.
The class the judge wanted to attend was a Domelin lesson?
Well, you know what they say, baby. Never trust a lawyer, man. But transgressors against the Holy Mother have to be brought to justice.
Thank you for your cooperation, Mr. Understanding. As the treasure's keeper, you must have been shocked to learn it had been stolen.
Yeah, man. That's not cool. Keeping the treasure safe is one of your duties, Mr. Understanding? That's right, brother. This here's the one and only treasure box key. And I keep it on me at all times. Can you dig? But the sneaky thief went and cracked open that sucker anyway. Total bummer, man. So that's the key to the treasure box, is it? You know it, baby. It's called the Makasama key, and it's a historical artifact to boot. It's been passed down from head monk to head monk at Temple. Makasama key, huh? All right. And now someone's jacked the treasure. Oh my watch! It's a real buzzkill, man. How am I ever gonna face her holiness again? Oh, Holy Mother, please find it in your infinite mercy to forgive me. Please guide this lost and humble lamb. Why do I always get the far out ones?
Mr. Understanding, you witnessed the accused and the victim head into the treasure room?
You know it, baby. Best believe I scoped that tiny transgressor.
Would you please give the court your testimony regarding what you saw?
To bring justice against the transgressor, man? Yes, of course, I'll do all I can. In the name of her holiness, I vow to sing. Not for the truth, I swear to bring. Heavy!
Oh my God, I hate to do it, but we have to call it here. To the outro!
Okay, so we have yet another new mechanic to deal with. Divination seance. So I'm thinking that my initial guess that her royal priestessness was the new prosecutor wasn't that far off since, Payne isn't going to make it past this case. Also, I forgot to mention it last time, but apparently Apollo and Athena aren't even here, so unless we're going to be switching back and forth between Korean and Japanifornia, they're going to be relegated to sidekick status. Again, even more than last time. But yeah, now the true killer has revealed himself and we have to take him down. And completely reforming an entire country's legal system in the process. Again, allegedly. Anyone remember the Mason system? Yeah, that's what I thought. In the meantime, up here's a playlist of my Shin Megami Tensei 4 playthrough, and down here's a video that YouTube recommends. Also, if you'd like to support Fuzzy Little Monster and get videos a week early, we have Patreon and YouTube memberships, and big thanks to everyone who supports me in any way that they do. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!